Hey guys,
Jeez.
try
Talk,
number 3.
shoot. Talk about frustration. Frustration is to say the least.
It looks good there. You got it.
All right. If this thing cuts off again, I'm definitely, um, I don't quit. I keep going. But if it cuts off again, I'm gonna be like, dang.
I feel bad for Gene. Didn't Gene get like the? Didn't he understand us not to order the shirt? I
Well,
told him how to cancel it though, so he's getting his money back, and we are doing new designs on shirts. So
I feel sorry for the kid because,
it seems like your parents are very strict.
well, no, I think there might be some karma involved here.
I told him I was gonna refund him back. You didn't have to cancel it.
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, so this is a topic now at this point. So
Who has the worst parents? No, just
no,
kidding.
this is an unexpected topic. So Gene Swart is a really fine young man in South Africa, and I mean fine young man. Gene Swart, we got five there.
Yeah.
So Gene Swart is 16 years old, I think.
17. He turned 17. It was his birthday.
His
A couple
birthday.
weeks ago.
So Gene Swart, due to the graciousness of a lot of our viewers here, did not win the competition yesterday, and I do have another one today. But he did not win the competition. But a couple of the guys that were playing that won it deferred the gift to him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somehow yesterday, Gene Swart was indicating how long do I have to pick out the shirt that I want. I was like, I told him he conversates with us on a different platform. And by the way, all of you are welcome to conversate with us on a different platform. There's our personal Facebook link in the description field in this video. So if you click the
Well,
down,
David, he's getting a T-shirt. That's exactly what I was
yeah,
trying to tell him.
yeah,
We are going to send it to
yeah,
him.
yeah,
I
no.
just want him to pick the design, but I guess he didn't understand what we were saying.
Well, no, I think what he probably did was click the wrong button,
And it happens.
and it happens. So we had our 4-year-old child was on eBay the other day, and somehow managed to purchase a $200 dinosaur that wasn't even released yet. Luckily, we got a notification about some transaction that was rare on our account.
And he did it too by accident. Also.
Yeah, I did it as well. I was trying to figure something out for the show.
No, it was some racket. You didn't know you
Oh,
ordered a
oh
racket.
yeah. So I was trying to I was looking at a racket, and all of a sudden I realized I ordered it, and it's,
Fresh Prince. Parents just don't understand.
yeah, they don't understand. So back to Gene Swart though, but this kid, I'm assuming, is looking to he what
I'm
happened?
wearing my 5K tennis shirt at Justin. Can I get a let's go?
Let's go, Jordan Nelson. How's the little one doing though? By the way, bro, I know you had a little guy born not terribly long ago. Hopefully, the little one's doing well amidst the strife that we're all dealing with. But Gene Swart won a shirt on the show yesterday.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to him.
Because the winner gave his or her prize up. It was to him. Gave his prize up to Gene. So Gene messaged us late last night. It was like, "Hey, how long do I have?" This is the only message I got from Gene. What's up?
I guess he saw the timer, is what he must have seen, and clicked the shirt that he liked.
Yeah, and it must have just purchased it. So do me a favor, Gene. Please do this. Please have your mother-in-law, who you called a witch a couple shows ago.
Don't say that because she might watch
Well,
it.
what I'm saying is this might be karma, bro, because karma is real. And if if you were on the show and he was jokingly, he called his mother-in-law a witch with a W, like, with a broomstick, he called her a witch. So I'm assuming that this might have been an inadvertent kind of tap of the wrong button, and you got the karma back. But look, have your mother-in-law please contact us, whether it's text message or email.
Tell her that you're getting a shirt.
And we will reimburse her for the amount that it was. So please do that, Gene.
Well, he's getting his reimbursement. He got to cancel it, but they're mad because he already ordered it. Just like him. He's very strict. I'm not strict. I was a kid once, so I get it. When my kids do something, I get mad for 2 seconds, and I'm like, you know what? I was a really bad kid. I cut school. I lied to my parents. I used to take things. So I get it being a kid. I'm not as strict as him. My yelling is done in a second, and I really don't like punishing that much.
All right. So the end of this, so we can get the show started. Gene Swart, please. At least don't rewind the video and show it to your mother-in-law, because then she'll find out you called her a witch. But start right here at whatever time it is, and please have your mother-in-law.
He said we made peace today.
All right. Well, please have her contact Carla and I by email. 5K.
Thank you, Jordan, for getting it. Yeah, I mean, as parents, we gotta be chilled out, man. We were kids.
Chill out,
man. We
man.
did stupid stuff. I put my parents.
I gotta
through
grab
hell.
something I forgot my game show.
That's fine.
Go.
I used to put my parents through everything. When I started kindergarten, I would beat up other girls. I would hit kids. I wouldn't listen to the teacher. My parents were so embarrassed to come to the school every single day. And this happened till I got to third grade, till my dad finally came to school, sat down and put duct tape on top of my mouth, and he would sit there all day. And then I finally started behaving good. But my dad cut my hair short like a boy because he would say, don't go to your friend's house. Don't go to your friend's house. If you keep going to your friend's house, I'm going to punish you. And that's how he punished me. So I get it. Being a kid, being a teenager, I did a lot of stuff. So nothing wrong. Parents just gotta chill.
Is everything still playing all right?
Yeah.
So Gene Swart, do us a favor, please have your stepmother.
So PJ said, "What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all?"
Let's go.
Where you from? Totally dig both of your passions. True grit. Gene said, "Thank you guys for understanding." Jordan said, "Yeah, doing good, my friend. How's your family? All doing? Are you both well?"
Yeah, super well. By the way, on this show, and we're fixing to start it, like get right into the thick of it now. Just to squash the beginning as everybody logged in. It's good to see we got a group here. So I've got my game show. Today's game show, by the way.
Tough love does work. I believe this. Yeah, my dad, but tough love can go against you. I can tell you something, Wayne and Chia. My dad was very strict. Never allowed me to have a boyfriend in high school. Okay. I mean, he was very tight on me. I only played tennis. And because of that, I believe that I got married at a young age. Justin, I mean, most of you don't know, well, he's my second husband, but I would have got married earlier in life if he wasn't so strict. You have to find a balance being a parent. You can't be too strict.
All right.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Today's game show, by the way, is called Name That Player. So this is going to be a fun one. But again, before you interrupted me, I wanted to end with this. Gene Swart, please have your mother-in-law contact Carla or myself at 5ktennis@mail.com or on Facebook or Facebook Messenger privately. She can text Carla now, area code, I think the country code's +1 for the US, but 251-404-0011. And if she has something like PayPal or Venmo, I will reimburse her the shirt amount as we speak and let you guys squash that because it wasn't your fault. Look, I got 5 kids, boys, girls, the whole bit. I get it. You don't deserve to be ostracized for that one. No worries. Just excited and it happens. All right? Mm-hmm. All right, moving forward. So on this show today, by the way, we want to open the floor for comments or any question that you may have for us. Also, too, because of this just absolutely crazy dilemma that we are all in the midst of, we would love to have comments below where you are, what your situation is like, what you are limited to do or to not do. The stuff that you see on the television or the media, it's never, 100% true. We always say don't believe anything you see, half the stuff you read or hear, or these days don't believe really anything of anything for that matter. But let us know. We'll give you a shout out and get into it. But this show, I think we would like to answer any question that you have for us. Before our connection terminated, we had someone ask us our philosophy on coaching the game. We mentioned we had 3 rules: work hard, stay positive, and the third rule is the same as the first, to work hard. So work hard, stay positive, work hard. And again, if you missed the answer to that before our video cut out, sorry. So getting right in to today's information or show, I wanted to start with this. Because of this situation, there's been a lot of athletes in the high school level, at the college level, a lot of students in the high school level and the college level whose academic or sports years stopped or ended almost immediately. This happened to our senior, or my oldest child, who was a 17, soon to be 18-year-old boy, who was in his senior year of high school tennis, had big expectations to get through the year undefeated, and he did that. He was doing that. He actually lost one match to someone that didn't count, but for the countable matches, he was undefeated, and he wanted to take that on his resume heading in towards college. And the season ended. Now, the good news for him is that he was very good academically and already has college scholarships for just that. So it didn't hurt him very much as an athlete. However, how bad does this hurt, let's say, college tennis players, basketball players, baseball players, where the season is just starting? Luckily, football had already ended. But how bad does this affect any athletes or students that needed this year to bring their GPA up before college, or needed to have a lights out year in sports to bring their credentials up? How bad does this affect anyone moving forward to have their senior year potentially of sports or closing out academically canceled? How bad does it hurt?
I can tell you that I'll ask you questions, by the way, guys, after we're done with this topic. But I can tell you that tennis college recruitment stopped. They said it stopped. They can't see you in person. They can't receive anything anymore. And there is a site on Facebook with all these kids, foreign kids, send in their videos so college coaches can look at them. They will no longer look at it. They're not allowed to, because they just can't recruit right now. We don't know what's going to happen with the economy. They're not sure if they can bring you over because of this thing, right? They don't know if it's going to spread. So everything stopped for these players. If you were a bad student and you were trying to get through sports, get a scholarship, that's not going to happen for you this year.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation for a lot of people, even those that were going to graduate college or maybe had, this was their senior year, was hoping to get checked out and get a coaching job or something. It's not going to happen for them.
And eventually things will get back to normal. But for those that were just fixing to, I guess, take the next step and really needed this, part of the year to maybe correct mistakes or correct performances that they couldn't quite do, the last 3 or 4 years, they want this last bit, they grow up a little bit and they're, okay, now I really understand, I'm getting older and now I have the mindset to fight. Now I just want some time to fight. And, now I don't have the opportunity to fight. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Excuses are for everyone, but nonetheless, it's a pretty interesting thing. A lot of collegiate and high school students, for that matter, and athletes trying to make a jump to the next level, maybe at the last minute, are definitely hurting from this one.
Well, this is why they tell you when you're a senior, try to get everything done early, because if you wait till the last minute, you're kind of playing with fire there, and that's why you try to do everything before. We told our son, get everything done before it's even close to the deadline. I mean, he did everything. And we did, and we had. He did everything early, but there were some people that he was playing against that still hadn't sent out a video for college, and now they're not going to get that chance. Let me know when we can start asking questions, because I have quite a few.
Yeah, okay, so again, I don't, honestly, the stuff that I had written for tennis stuff, just tennis news is trivial to me.
And we can get to that.
So we will again, it's almost woogis. It's almost who gives a shit type stuff. Because it's stuff like Eugenie Bouchard needs a boyfriend, just cheesy stupidity. But nonetheless, questions, if you have questions for us, personal life, what we're doing, how we met, whatever, then we'll pause everything I have and we won't even talk about it because it's redundant anyway. But I do, if we run out of time on questions, I do want to do my game show, Name That Player.
All right, let's start with Tomas' first question. What is the first thing you teach a new tennis student?
Depends on the level. Number one, it does depend on the level. So, do you want to qualify that, whether it's a first-time beginner or whether it's an advanced student we just met, or maybe it's a college player that just wants to hit and we notice a couple things wrong? Clarify that, because that's kind of an important clarification on that one. So when he clarifies that, we'll go back to it.
Yeah, and his second question was, can you build a perfect tennis player? For example, serve, Isner, backhand, whoever, etc.
Can you build a perfect tennis player? I didn't grasp the thing about
Second question, can you build a perfect tennis player? Example, he said rookie, by the way. That would be for a beginner. Okay. Serve, like if you were building a player, would you build them serve and volley? Would you build them as a baseline, or would you build them?
No, well, first and foremost, I would never put John Isner in the same sentence as a perfect tennis player. But again, we look at everything. We look at the all-around type player. I was raised a serve and volleyer. She was raised a baseliner with a full Western grip. There's a difference for I guess Carla and I. He mentioned a rookie.
Yeah, what would you teach him first? Well, the first thing I was taught when I learned tennis, believe it or not, it was a Guatemalan professional player, and he said it was with a wooden racket. He said, "Come to the net," which I didn't know what that was. He gave me a wooden racket. He showed me how to hold the grip on a forehand volley. He said, now you're going to block the ball that's coming to you. I'm aiming for you. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want you to lose the fear of a tennis ball. So he aimed at me and I blocked it with a wooden racket. That was my first lesson.
One of my initial coaches, his name was Norm Pollock, and I started the game at 2 years of age. The first thing he taught me, I actually have a picture of behind the camera. And the first thing he taught me was to introduce myself to a tennis racket, the grip. And back in these days, it was a serve and volley game, and it was the shake hands grip, and then, at least you have a basic knowledge of how to grab the tennis racket. So many young students that we teach, the rookies, as his quote was, beginner, you give them a tennis racket, and then the first thing they do is just kind of grab it, and it's like we call it a lollipop. Like you see a kid holding a lollipop and they get the sucker and they start, licking the sucker, or whatever. So many people will get the tennis racket and they'll just hold it like this. If they want to serve, their only conception of serving is to throw it up and to tap it like a lollipop. They hit a forehand. In other words, a ball coming to the right side if they're a right-handed player, and they're just like this or they're just like that. So the first thing that generally we will do if we are teaching someone that has never played the game before, we're going to introduce them to the tennis racket. We're going to talk a little bit about fitness, about having fun and staying positive. But I think the first thing that I usually do for a beginner is to get them hitting a forehand. Generally, not because, my father at 82 seems to believe that because the one-handed backhand has the hitting shoulder in front, that it's easier to teach. Than having the hitting shoulder behind you if you're right-handed and hit the forehand. So there's different opinions for this, but generally I'll start with the forehand because I have an easier time of getting them to hit balls over the net on day one with that shot. And if we can hit consistent balls over the net or just a few and give high fives and go, good job, good job. It doesn't matter if they're 7 years old, if they're 10 years old, if they're 50 years old, if they're 80 years old, and they've never hit a ball over the net. And you can teach them just within that first, say, hour or 30 minutes to look like a tennis player, to hold the grip like a tennis player, and to hit the ball over the net like a tennis player. Then a lot of good things happen. A lot of positive energy happens. You can reinforce that and say, all right, next week, we get to work on the backhand or volleys, and then follow that same type of model with each stroke. Eventually, you'll have them hitting balls back and forth. So I think the first thing for me is to get them to hit a ball over the net, and I find it personally, for me, the easiest thing to do is mini tennis forehands for the beginner.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at some of the comments. What he meant by the best, and I'll get to everyone's question. What he meant about the best.
I'm going to show him the picture. I'm going to show him a picture of me at 2. So that was me, Southern California, 1979. That was my first coach, Norm Pollock. And he was introducing me to the grip, and that was an old standard head size racket. So he passed away maybe 15 years ago, and my father still drives his car to this day. My father and him were same age and the best of friends. So my father's still here. He is not. But I kind of follow his lead. He was a Canadian tennis player, and a very good one at that. So much love, Norm. Rest in peace. But I kind of follow his methodology on introduction to the game. All right? All right.
And then as far as the second question that Tomas asked is, he means, like, who's the perfect player? And I saw some people put, well, I think Wayne Chia here, you put, let me go back to your comment. Wayne Chia, you said, where is your comment? Okay, so you said forehand Nadal, backhand Murray, movement Djokovic, volley Federer, Djokovic return. I don't know what Justin's going to say, but I think that there is no perfect player. I mean, Steffi Graf wasn't a perfect player, and she was very dominant. She couldn't hit a regular backhand. She slides her backhand. You have Pete Sampras that had a great serve. I didn't think his ground strokes were great. You cannot create a perfect player. There is no perfect player. If I could pick someone that's close to perfect, obviously the top 3, I would want a complete player to be able to dictate from the baseline and as well as the net. But there is no perfect player.
I would say that Rafael Nadal is far from the perfect forehand, if that's what Wayne Chia said. Was Wayne Chia saying that Nadal basically had the perfect forehand?
Yeah, technically he doesn't.
No, he does not. That's way far from the truth. And even Rafael Nadal's own family, his uncle Tony especially, will tell you that that is definitely not true. So it's not just my opinion. His main coach throughout his life will tell you that that is definitely not true. The reason why Nadal has been able to maximize his use of the forehand is because of his overall ability to adapt to hit the forehand late. He meets the ball late, which led for the racket to come around behind his head upon follow through. And because he mastered the ability to hit the forehand late, the spin, the depth, the net clearance, the angle, the trajectory, the torque that gets on the ball, Nadal's forehand isn't going to blister you off the court. When it bounces and bites with the spin and the torque, it's going to jump out and basically just bully you to death. Just why his forehand to Federer's one-handed backhand throughout the entire...
I would say Djokovic is better forehand than him.
Djokovic has just a far better. It's more textbook. It's more crisp. It's more clean. But Nadal definitely doesn't have the perfect forehand. I wouldn't even teach his forehand. It leads to issues, shoulder issues, jerky issues. It's just his unique ability to master that shot. And it suits him well. But in my opinion, he has one of the worst forehands in the game. Now, he makes it his and he owns it. Therefore, it's great. Right. But for anyone else, I think it would be something bad to follow.
Well, PJ says he's staying active at home. He says, I've been staying home active with my weights, always active and always grinding regardless of the situation. Good for you. Wayne Chia said a lot of things are not going to happen this year. So Jordan says, I'm recently struggling to get on the court. I haven't been for about 3 months or longer. What would be the best, easiest way to get back on the court when everything calms down? Opinions.
Find a wall. And if you don't have the ability, no disrespect, but if you don't have the ability to bang balls back and forth or against the wall at a high pace with a regular ball, like a regular high pressure or new ball out of a can, when we play against the wall, it's always coming back, and generally it's at the exact angle in which we hit it to the wall. So you need to be like square up, like ball, wall, right in front of you, because if you hit it at an angle, it's going to come off the wall and go that way, which can lead you to a problem. So the wall can be your best friend, but also your worst nightmare. So if you haven't been out a while and the game's rusty a little bit, find an older ball with less pressure. I don't like the pressureless balls and the orange balls and the red ball. Just find an old dead ball, and hit that against the wall. And that can help you given the situation. It's tough to go out and have fun with the game of tennis if you don't have someone on the other side that's either patient or can get the ball back to you as well. So the wall can be a really good friend. Not everybody has the ability to get a ball machine and plug it in and head out to a tennis court. So if you don't have a ball machine, again, we don't, but generally we'll just hand toss balls. We do it in the street with our kids. If we can't go to the courts, we'll post up in the street and start feeding balls underhanded to the kids in the street. And then have the rest of the kids getting exercise, chasing them down the street. We have videos back in the day on this channel and playlists where we're doing that. But I would encourage you to find a brick wall, a building, your house on the side, as long as no one's inside sitting on the couch next to the wall. Because they'll just boom, boom. And we've heard that too. Don't do it against sheetrock because holes will happen. Don't do it in plaster because holes will happen. But find a brick wall, a building where no one's around, and start hitting it against the wall. If you're chasing balls too much, get a dead ball or a pressureless ball.
You can also, I used to hit against the wall, but you can also shadow your strokes and move your feet, shadow your strokes. That's another way of doing it, you know?
Yeah, right around when Carla and I met.
Well, that's the next question he asked. How do we meet?
Okay, this is going to be fun. Mm-hmm. When Carla and I met, by the way, I was still hitting with a standard. Well, not a standard. I was going to say standard. That would be 78. I was hitting with a Wilson K Factor 90 then, so still a very small, well, not small, 90's mid-size, but anyway, still small compared to now. And I served and volleyed a lot, but it was at that point in time where the game was developing or morphing into a more baseline game. Mm-hmm. So you just mentioned shadow strokes. I changed my game from the baseline, not on the court. Because I was going through a couple shoulder surgeries I had always had a big serve and I would follow that up by coming to the net, serve and volley, and it was hard on the shoulder. So in my latter part of my playing career, I began to kick the serve more instead of hard and flat, and then also changed my grip from a more Eastern forehand to a semi-Western forehand. And I didn't do that on court. I would practice it, but I basically did it in front of a mirror in my living room. I would shadow it. And then rotate to the backhand grip. Because I used to stay Eastern. I could hit my forehand that way and just a slight tweak onto the backhand. So then I switched from that for my entire life to the semi-Western, then having to roll the hand over to hit the Eastern one-handed backhand. So how did we meet? This is going to be interesting.
Through computer.
No.
Yeah. That's how we met, for real.
No, okay, but
well, the reason why is because
I
asked him a question. I was trying to get my tennis certification, and I looked on my Facebook list of all the tennis coaches. I sent a lot of messages to everyone, and I was trying to get tips. Hey guys, can you give me tips? What should I prepare myself for? And he answered.
All right, okay, let's rewind this. Let's do it more because this is the girl. Like, look at this girl. What? I think she was thinking about coaching, but I saw the girl and I was like, what? Coaching? Who? I was like, all right, here's how it goes down. So I'm sitting at my house one day, and this was in a different area, and I get a notification, and I see this picture of this Spanish girl. She's standing on the beach with like this jean skirt and this sleeveless shirt on. Like, boom! Like, what? Let's go! I didn't even see the coaching question. I'm like, damn. I'm like, who? So that's how I saw the girl. And then I realized, I was like, damn. Hey, Miss Parker. Hey. And then I realized there's a question here. I'm like looking at the picture. I see the question. So the question was something along the lines of this. Hello, I saw your feet. I took a picture. Now, you forgot this. I was at the beach. I was at Panama City Beach with a friend of mine. That had a condo, and I was in like a, kind of one of those, I've never been a beach dude. I don't like sand in my pants. It's irritating. So I was kind of just bored being at the beach. I was just going with a friend that was going through a tough time, and I took a picture of my feet near the water, and I can't do sun either because the sun burns my skin so bad. So I was like sitting under an umbrella bored, and I took a picture of my feet. So I get this message that says, oh, that beach looks familiar. You don't remember that, Carla?
Yeah.
That must be Panama City Beach. And I'm like, yeah, that is Panama City Beach. And then I realized there was a pre-existing question before that I didn't notice because I was looking at, the way she looked in the sleeveless shirt and that little skirt. I was like, what? Let's go. And I just totally just spaced for the question. Then when she sent that, then I saw the question. So the question was, I'm trying to get my coaching certification. I see you are already certified. How do I need to prepare for my test? How do I need to prepare for this so I can pass it? I don't have the ability to keep taking this test. I want to pass it the first time. All right, so we decided to meet up. So I met her in Panama City Beach, and actually, you drove to me first.
No, he was too chicken. We talked for many, many days. I even had a tennis tournament. And I didn't sleep the night because I was busy talking to him on the phone, so we lost our doubles final.
Oh, no, you won the doubles final.
No, we lost in the finals. My partner was upset because he said...
Who did?
I did.
Oh, that's before I did. Well,
no, you hadn't met me yet.
Yeah. I was going to say the next time
he was upset with me because he said, did you not get any rest? And I said, no, I was chatting with someone, him.
So we were in the infancy stage of the relationship where you talk on the phone all night long, but we weren't talking all night. We were doing tennis trivia all night. Mm-hmm. So what she didn't realize is that when we started talking on the phone all night, it'd be like the sun was coming up. We'd be like, hey, I gotta go to work. Oh, I'll miss you. I'll miss you more. I'll miss you more. Not really. We didn't do all that stuff either. But we would have tennis trivia competitions. So I bought this book called the Bud Collins Encyclopedia of Tennis. Mm-hmm. And we would open the book up. She was like 4 hours away, and we would play tennis trivia all night long. Will we not?
Yeah.
So finally, we met with tennis rackets. So we met with tennis rackets in Panama City, and it was late at night. So we finally met, and we couldn't...
No, we met before that, Justin.
But I'm saying with tennis rackets. The first time we met with tennis rackets.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Same hard head she always had. The first time we met with tennis rackets. It was late at night. It was like, midnight? Something like that. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't find a tennis court with lights that we could use. So we went to a local hotel from an area that she lived where we knew there was some lights on top of the parking garage. Mm-hmm. So we snuck by the security guard. We went upstairs to the top of the parking garage. And when you could play the game and you're in a parking garage, the ball echoes. If you ever play tennis indoor, you hit a ball, it's like, pow, it's pow, 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 pow. It echoes everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. So we get up on top of the parking garage, and there's like street lights up there, so you can't see very much, and we start playing. And man, I was destroying that ass. I was killing you. It was like, what? Like, get back. But because of the echo of the ball off of the parking garage, the cops rolled up. So the cops rolled up, and I have like a phobia of cops. I don't like the popos. I go the other way, even though I don't have any reason to go the other way anymore. But it's just like conditioned. Like, oh, there's a cop. I'm getting him out. So the cops rolled up, and I'm like, Carla's like, hey. I'm like, no. Anyway, we got kicked off the court because they said it was too loud. And then we played again the next day, and then Carla destroyed me that day. I think you beat me like 1-0.
No, it was 0-0.
Was it 0-0?
Yeah.
And then she came up to the net, and this was before it was like emotional.
No, wait, Chia. I was 30. He was 32 years old when we met.
Yeah.
It was much later in life.
Yeah. She had 3 kids already.
Yeah. It was much later.
I had none.
I had no plans to be with anyone. None whatsoever. I told my parents I was not going to get married again. I was not interested in any guys.
Yeah, she had a really stupid dude that left her and 3 kids for nothing. And luckily I met them. But I won't get into all that.
And he had no kids. So.
I had no kids. I do now, but we got 5 deep. But
yes, my boy is going to turn 18 in May.
Yeah. There's an old saying, one man gathers what another man spills. Well, thank you for that idiot in the Dominican Republic, because he sure spilled a prize gem. What a fool. Anyway,
so let's get to the other questions, because we're like spending a lot on all this personal stuff.
All right, it's all good. It doesn't matter.
There was another good question here. It was about our grips. This is from PJ Lawani. What racket brand do you both use, and do you both grip Eastern, semi-Western, or Continental?
It's a great question.
I use a semi-Western grip
on
my forehand side. Obviously, Eastern backhand grip. And I use a Dunlop, Shrixon? I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah, she uses...
I use a smaller head racket.
No, she uses the Dunlop Shrixon EV 2.0 or something. I use a Babolat Pure Arrow. Actually, I'll use a Wilson Blade too. But here's the deal. The racket brand doesn't necessarily matter. I think the answer to the question is we use the racket as the best deal. I
like Dunlop. I like Dunlop.
And if I had to choose because of brand, it wouldn't be because of what it looks like. Just what have I played with the most in my life? Wilson / Babolat. But at the same time, because I've strung my whole life too, I can kind of grab a racket. It doesn't matter if it's an old Prince Graphite or an old standard head Wilson Ultra 2. I can get a wooden racket and string it to a way that I like it, and I can play with it. So I don't particularly care what the racket is. If I can get it for a good deal, I don't care if it's used or at a garage sale. I can string it.
But he likes Babolat.
I can make it my own. But if I had to choose, I would choose Babolat only because it moves through the air pretty nicely for the way that I hit. Forehand for me, semi-Western, but used to be Eastern. And I did that because of the baseline and technology change from the game. Backhand, I hit one hand, so obviously Eastern. Mm-hmm. Again, at net, that's a different story.
Yeah, but everybody has the same grip there.
So yeah, and then first serve, first serve, my grip is tweaked Eastern on serve, and then second serve, I generally bring it more continental shake hands grip.
I go Eastern. Justin and Carla, what's your best tennis match you've ever seen on tour from men and one from women?
Actually there or on television?
On television. On television, I'm guessing.
On television, it goes without saying. Jimmy Connors, Aaron Krickstein playing, and I think it was the 4th round or 3rd round. I think it was 4th round on Labor Day, if I remember correctly, at the U.S. Open. And I forget the year. I think it was 1990. That was by far the best match I've seen. Now, I've been to a lot in person, and some of those matches include Federer Del Potro, Federer Murray. I've seen Federer Djokovic. I've seen Jerzy Janowicz and Del Bonis. I've seen Janowicz and Berankis. A lot of juniors play. I've seen a lot of Dennis Kudlas matches. I've seen a lot of Sam Querrey's matches. I've seen a lot of the Bryan brothers matches.
Best matches, babe. We're just talking about best matches.
But the best match I saw actually personally was Djokovic Federer U.S. Open.
William Chia said best matches for him were Ever Never Tulova French Final 85 and men Fidel Wimby 08. I have to agree with the Wimby 08. Gene says, which tennis match for you was the biggest choke by an opposing player?
Federer.
Jana Novotny.
Federer this past Wimbledon?
You can forget Jana Novotny too. That's a big one.
What about Federer?
That was big.
What about Federer serving forward against Djokovic?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a pretty big one. What about Federer?
Tennis England.
Yeah. Well, tennis Sandgren, that's a good one. But what about Federer Sangha? And I forget what year. Was it 2010, 2011, maybe 12 Wimbledon, where Federer was up 2-0 over Sangha and lost it?
Mm-hmm.
That's another big choke. Federer's choked a lot. Just saying. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Waynham, I didn't understand. You said, wait, no, here, I'm going back to it. I'm trying to find it. You said, I guess it's also a question of how your parts sum up together. What do you mean by that? I didn't understand that. Okay, Tomas says, what is your opinion on the greatest Grand Slam final ever?
I've got to give that to Djokovic and Nadal. I've got to give it
The
to
Australian Open.
Australian Open.
Yeah.
Was it 2012?
I don't know.
Was it the 2012 Australian Open where they were battling it out for like 5 hours, and then afterwards they tried to have some long trophy presentation and they couldn't even stand up?
Yeah.
That was a good one. Also, Nadal's first Wimbledon where he beat Federer as the night was setting at Wimbledon on center court. That was a good one. Also, when Federer beat Roddick 9-7, I think it was, in the fifth set, that was another good final. Wawrinka actually winning the French Open was a good final. Anyway, there's a lot
of finals. Next question. So I'm trying to get to everyone's questions. So
we will.
Jordan
we're all
Nelson.
stuck in here. It's family. Ask whatever you want. I don't care if you ask me anything. I don't care. I'll answer it.
Jordan Nelson. I'm a hard server player, and I like to stay at the baseline. Any ideas how I can be more like I can stay in the serve and volley and just different stuff?
What? Repeat that.
He says he's a hard server,
okay,
and he likes to stay in the baseline. Any ideas how he can be more like he can come in and serve and volley and different stuff?
You have to be able to, number one, position the serve or pick your spots while serving. As a serve and volleyer raised that way, my number one tactic serving into the deuce court is to draw my opponent wide to the forehand. In other words, if it's a right-handed player and they're in the deuce court, I'm trying to kick that ball into the corner of the service box, corner of the single sideline in the service box in the deuce court, and make them kind of lunge out for the forehand, which is going to give me an angled shot coming back. So if the person is drawn off,
hide this guy.
If the person is drawn off the court, so if I'm here, my opponent's over there and I'm serving, and I pull my opponent way off the court. When they lunge out, I'm going to get a ball coming back to me because of angular deflection. I'm going to get it coming back. And if they take it up the line from there around the fence post or around the net post and too good, I'm going to leave that shot open because it's highly difficult. So coming in behind that shot, if they're drawn off the court, it's going to give you a shot coming back at an angle, coming across the body, which generally is an easy backhand volley going the other way, or generally an easy forehand volley as well. So if you can't aim the serve, it's really difficult to pull off the serve and volley. You can bring it body and so forth. However, if you want to hang at the baseline, I mean, you're more of a baseliner than I am, but for me, if I want to hang at the baseline, I want to find myself in an offensive position right off. I don't want to give someone a sitter serve and put me on the move.
Serve an angle.
Yeah.
That way you can put away the ball. If you could serve to the backhand, they give you an easy shot. You can approach into that what we call the no man's land. Oh shit. Or the oh shit box. I call it the oh shit box, so you can put the ball away. If you're that aggressive, if not, then you should not volley if your volleys are not that good.
Well, in men's tennis, the purpose of the serves is to be offensive. Women's tennis is a little bit differently, but as a man, you want to remain offensive after you serve. So if I'm serving and I'm serving some dinky non-aimed ball into the court, and my opponent is taking it up the line or cross court at will. So if I'm serving, I'm neutral. I'm in the center part of the court. If I serve and the first ball that comes back at me takes me really far to my backhand side or really far to my forehand side, now I'm on the move and they're sitting there in the center of the court. Now in an offensive position, I'm on the run. So it's hard to be offensive and stay at the baseline if you are not picking your spot and hitting it with the serve.
Right.
The serve becomes everything, especially as an advanced men's player. If you're, beginner type level, have fun, whatever. But if I'm trying to play and win against a solid player and my serve is not where I want it, it's over. It's in trouble. I'm in trouble.
So Gene says, I play tennis, but I need some tips with my forehand. Mind sharing some if you guys don't mind? I can tell you that if you're having problems with your forehand, most likely you are not rotating on the top. You're not turning. Always keep your left arm, left hand balanced right in front of you. Make sure your racket head, the head is up. Not down, head up.
Look, do you want to spin the camera around and I'll show you? You can show them? Let's show them. Come on. Let's go. Let's show them. All right, so you go right there.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have socks on, guys.
Here we go. So show them. Here you go.
They're gonna see me in socks.
All right, here we go. Love the kitchen. All right. So show. And sorry about the cat.
Well, the first thing is I don't know what type of grip you hold. I have a full Western grip, but
Show them a full Western grip.
This is a full Western grip right here.
So the hand goes underneath. And by the way, let me show them something here on the handle. So when we play the game of tennis, the handle has 8 sides. It's an octagon. All right. So the V of the hand, this is our V of the hand, becomes a reference point for grip. So here, I'll come around this side. So I don't know if you can see it directly. Here, I'll come this way. Can you see the grip?
Yeah, you can.
All right. So the V of my hand, this part right here. What happened? Oh, the V of my hand. Hold on. Carla had personal hygiene stuff over there. I had to move. All right. So the V of my hand for a continental grip is going right up plane number 1. So this part of the octagon going right up the top of the racket or going right up the other side of the racket. It's the same thing. Is this on my...
Yes, it is.
So this would be plane number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then back to 1. So my continental grip would be the V of my hand right up the center. Mm-hmm. Semi-Western, the V of the hand rotates over to plane 2, 3, sometimes right on the edge of 3 and 4, but somewhere in there, and you can kind of tweak that. Full Western, the V of the hand goes from the top plane of number 1 all the way underneath or somewhere close to it where Carla hit. So you have continental grip, V of hand on 1, semi-Western, V of hand between plane 2, 3, somewhere in there, and then full Western coming all the way around to 4, some people even 5. So there's your grip differences. Eastern, by the way, Eastern is where we have the handle perpendicular to the ground, such as this, and we put our hand right on top of the racket with our knuckles gently fading down the first edge. So my knuckles are right on top of the grip. I give myself some space with the trigger finger. We call that a trigger finger. So we don't want to have a fist. We don't want to have a closed fist on a racket like this because it's really tight. So we want to have a kind of a gentle, what we call a trigger finger with space here. So that way when we step into the one-hander, we have the ability to pronate and then to come through.
By the way, Justin loves being on camera, unlike me.
All right, but back to your forehand though. Back to your forehand. So what problems do juniors have hitting the forehand? They spin around a lot, right?
Yeah. So make sure that when you start your forehand, your
head's up.
Your head's up.
Handle down.
Keep your left arm up, right there. Well, he does it like this. I'm more like this, and then make sure you turn your feet. So as you're about to hit, this arm comes out, racket's back. I don't do this whole circle thing. My forehand's here. And now I come through, and around.
Yeah, and a lot of
turn and rotate the waist.
Now, a lot of times, what we'll see juniors doing.
Oh boy.
We'll see juniors doing this. So a lot of times, juniors will be setting up for the shot, and then they'll hit, and then they'll over rotate. So the left shoulder, if they're right-handed, they'll come open. So they'll spin open before their racket comes across. And then because they're doing that, the racket will follow through like this. So when we do this, we tend to dump balls into the net. We don't bite the ball. The strings don't stay on ball long enough to give it lift, and they're not finishing elbow high. So someone mentioned, what was it? Wayne and Chia mentioned that Rafael Nadal's forehand was the best, which it's not. But the reason why is Nadal, he tends to catch the ball that's coming up. We want to meet the ball out front. Right? That's the picture perfect spot out front. Nadal tends to meet it a little bit late, but he has developed the ability to grab it, keep it on strings longer, but he'll finish up here. And for most players, that's very difficult. But common junior errors.
Careful with that lamp.
Common junior errors. Hit, open up too quick, and then roll the racket over. Instead of staying down, boom, and finishing, they tend to go like this. So that's a common flaw.
Yeah, make believe you're choking yourself.
Yeah. All right, back to this.
Someone asked, how's your knee? I said he's doing a lot better. But let me get to somebody's other question. Let's see. Okay. Which professional tennis player would you like to play against and why? Let's see, which professional player I'd like to play against and why. Women, I think I would like to play, not Serena, because I've had a chance to do that. Steffi Graf. I would have loved to play Steffi Graf just to see how effective her slice was. And for men, I would like to play Djokovic because he gets to everything. So I like to see how I do with him. I'd like to move him around and just see, and get a chance to like aim for him at the net. What about you?
Oddly enough, everybody's going to be like, why would you even say this? I would like to play against Tim Henman. The reason why, Tim Henman, too bad he never won a major.
You want to play Tim Henman?
Tim Henman. Tim Henman's, no, but Tim Henman, gosh, I spent so many hours studying this guy. And not because I necessarily wanted to, it was because I was made to. But nonetheless, I would love a run at Tim Henman for a lot of reasons, and my dad would understand this a lot more than anyone else would. But I spent so many hours watching this guy, writing about him. Nothing outside of my father wanting me to do that as a boy. Well, not as a boy. I wasn't a boy. I was like, I was older. I was winning tournaments across the country. But anyway, Tim Henman, I would like to play. At his age right now, I like to play him. Even on a my knee's better, by the way, Jordan. I'm able to play. I can't run really good yet. I did play Carlo the other day and won 6-2 though. Let's go. But I want a chance to beat Tim Henman.
How many of you guys really think he beat me 6-2, or do you think
it happened? All the kids were there. It's not a joke.
I wanted to get a workout because I'm trying to get back in shape. So I said, I'm just going to hit everything back to him, and I'm going to let him move me around. That way I get, a workout going.
Oddly enough, none of these excuses came up until after it happened. And, my kids were like, damn, Mom, he just came out of surgery 5 months ago. Complete knee reconstruction, and he just beat you? Like, what? And she was like, oh, well, bro.
You like to be pretty boys. Who are you telling that to? To him? Tim Henman was a pretty boy, or to me?
Oh, I'm definitely not a pretty boy. I don't even look at
No, he says you like to beat pretty boys.
Oh, well, no, I just, Tim Henman is someone I study so much.
Jordan said, I believe her. That I went easy on you.
Okay, well, that's fine. She didn't.
Oh,
she just couldn't return my serve, and she kept double faulting.
That's not true.
She couldn't return the serve because I can still serve. I didn't break. Well, I broke my wrist, but I was able to keep my arm strong, my leg, my quadricep was.
Someone asked. Now the questions we all want to know is who's up on records, Justin versus Carla.
She is.
Me, because I was calling Serena Sharapova.
She is. And look, I don't want to make excuses now, but there is a reason for that. Let's be real. We get a chance. We used to play matches like every other day.
Yeah,
we used to play matches every other day. Now we don't get a chance very often because I blew out my knee. So it's hard for me to go out and serve, 130 miles an hour consistently every time out because I only get to practice it now, once a week or something. Mm-hmm. So here as of late, Carla has owned a lot of those because the serve is inconsistent. What are you telling me?
Before you got hurt?
No, I'm talking about since I got hurt. You're talking about across the whole deal?
Yeah, me. Me.
She probably won 111, and I won 98.
Oh, wow. That's okay, babe. No worries. That's all right.
What are you tripping on?
He's won, I would say I've won about 70% of the matches.
7? Well, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 70%.
Some people here said, Gene said, I would like to play against my idol, Djokovic. Wayne H.M. says, Susan Langan could be fun to play against. At least she would be fun to watch. This guy said, I've never played tennis, but I would like to play Isner, and I would want to see how I would handle that serve. That would be a cool thing.
You don't.
He says, come back to the final time. PN non, it's all good. Runaways. PJ said, come back. Glad I've asked you two about grip questions. Still on that topic. P.S. Justin, you're lucky Doug, brother. All right, I'm out for real. Leaves.
What happened? Leaves.
I don't know what he means by that. Come back to the final time. What does that mean? Come back to the final time. What do you mean by that, PJ? Jordan said, my record is 17 games played in amateur league and 14 wins and 3 losses. That's pretty good.
Let's go, bro. Representing. Let's go.
Tomas, I still want to know, what do you mean by you like to beat up on pretty boys? Do you mean him?
I'm definitely not a pretty boy. I'll go ahead and tell you. I don't even look at what clothes I put on in the morning. I don't even care. Furthest thing from pretty boy.
Here's another.
I don't even think I've looked in my mirror and combed my hair in like 20 years.
Oh God.
I just shave it off.
Gene says, which player would you like to sign? Would you like to sign your autograph and why? You mean which player we would like to get an autograph from?
I don't like autographs.
Yeah, I don't care for anybody's autograph
Don't really
either.
care.
I have many from when I was a kid.
Been around the game my whole life. Players come and go, whatever. I mean, no disrespect. I mean, fans are great, but look, I was at the U.S. Open 2 years in a row stringing. There was players all around me. I got to hit with Justine Henin and her whole training crew for hours. I never asked for an autograph. Was basically...
I'm confused too, Jordan. I didn't understand his question.
Yeah, autographs for me is,
No, not that question. The one about leads. I didn't get that either.
For me, autographs, we're all human beings. Just because you can play a game better than maybe the rest of us doesn't mean that I have to come grab your autograph. Number one. Number two is... I have this feeling that sometimes, these athletes get bombarded, or movie stars or whatever, with people asking for autographs. Like, they really give a dang about who you are or what, and why does it, I really give a dang who they are in the first place.
Yeah, Tomas says, Kyrgios once said about Djokovic, I just feel like his sick obsession with wanting to be like. He just wants to be like Roger. Do you agree? Irrelevant of what you think of Kyrgios.
Who wants to be like Roger?
Djokovic.
No, I think Djokovic is everything that Roger Federer is not.
He said just a joke.
oh, I was about to say. Yeah, that one of the reasons why I like Djokovic so much is how many really novice journalists.
I don't think he wants to be like Roger.
Well, there was I very rarely spend time of searching anything on YouTube about tennis. Number one, because we do it, and then we are out coaching. We have our own kids, but sometimes I found myself, searching tennis news on YouTube just to see what's out there, and sometimes I come across no disrespect to anyone, but sometimes I come across these people, and it just comes across so cheesy and so elementary and so kitty, and it's like, who do you emulate your game after? If who do you emulate your game after? It's such a stupid freaking question. If they know anything about the game, we're all unique human beings, and everyone is different. It's like, there's no person out there, unless I'm an identical twin that looks just like me, and even the identical twins have subtle differences, right? So in a unique sport such as tennis, which makes it beautiful, there's no one that's going to emulate. They may... I just don't want to get started on that.
All right, well, then don't get started. Kyrgios should play basketball and hang out with his friends in the bar, I guess. Time really flies on live stream. Yes, it does. My kids told us they were upstairs for 2 hours.
Kyrgios also is beginning to really just...
You're a triplet? Oh, wow.
Look, Kyrgios begins to really annihilate some of these young girls. Look, I think Kyrgios is a great player, but his attitude, I wouldn't let my daughter date him. I can tell you that. I'd tell him to get the...
How are these pretty...
I would say get the hell out of my house.
How do these pretty girls hook up with this ugly ass dude? Because he is ugly. There is nothing nice about his hair is ugly, his face is ugly, the way he walks is ugly, his body's not even...
Yeah, what do they think it's a cool thing? Hey, I'm with this guy. He wears a basketball jersey or whatever.
He's ugly.
But what my problem is here are these girls like
we saw his new girlfriend. He is ugly.
Well, no, here's these girls like Kalinskaya, and whatever.
What about the one that got his ex-girlfriend who got caught with some type of drug that she shouldn't be?
Oh yeah, she was a pretty girl. She was driving around in Australia with cocaine or something. Anyway, not my business. But what I'm getting at is, if my daughter, I think Kalinskaya is like 20, 21 years old. Look, I got 5 kids, 2 of them girls. I don't care if my daughter was 30. Homeboy comes in my house that was jerking off with the water.
Beat your ass
I will get my tennis racket and hope I go to jail again. It's
not me. That guy is ugly.
That dude's funky.
I'd rather go out with, let me think of another player. I'd rather go out with Tennis Sangren before I go out with Kyrgios.
Someone said that was mean?
Yeah.
Who said that was mean?
I think the guy is ugly.
Who said that?
This guy.
This guy 1000? Okay.
That guy is ugly. I'd rather go out with, let me think.
But do you have daughters? This guy at 1000, do you have daughters?
Kyrgios used to date Anisimova. I don't think they ever dated. No, she is too young. That would be legal to do.
Look, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I draw a line in the sand here. Kyrgios is a good tennis player, phenomenal. He could be a heck of a lot better if he would try. However, on the other side of the line is, I know what this guy is capable of. I know what he's done. I know what his ex-girlfriend's getting in trouble for.
He's nasty.
I've seen him chugging beer at the Laver Cup and da-da-da-da-da-da. I can tell you what, homeboy comes in the house with my daughter, he's going to get lost. And I don't care if my daughter was 30. I'd grab her up and say, you coming in the house for now. Let's go. Get the hell out of here. Because again, life's too short.
He said he's got no kids. Well, if you had a girl, you would be.
If you had a daughter, you would
very protective. Trust me.
No disrespect.
I even tell my boys. I said, if you ever disrespect a girl, ever treat her bad,
I will beat you down.
I will kick your ass myself.
Kick your ass.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Another question: if you guys could coach anyone, Jordan said, who would it be? Justin, choose an ATP player, and Carla, choose a WTA player.
Anyone.
Who would you?
I would go with Borna Coric. I would coach him.
You would?
Yeah, because again, he's always had the greatest potential, and it just never came around. I would like to spend 6 months with Borna Coric.
I would coach Anisimova. I would say, let's get in the gym and let's add some more muscles.
Especially in the legs.
You've got the height, you've got the weapons. Well, let's make you stronger now so you can actually be a force, you know?
All right, let me ask you guys a question. We're going to keep going with questions. Do you want to play this game, Name That Player
Let's
first?
Let's start it.
All right, here we go.
Are you guys ready to play? Are you ready?
It's going to be called Name That Player, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. Okay, you ready?
Hold on, I'm waiting for you guys. Ready? He's about to start. You got enough people.
You know, there was a game back in the day. It was called Name That Tune. When I was a boy, my father would not allow tennis. My father would not allow television in the house. So I think I was like 11 or 12 when I was first able to kind of flip through the channels. We never had that. My dad always said that TV was the absolute worst thing for a young mind. I forgot where I was going.
They're ready to start.
Oh, they're going to play?
They're going to play. Let's go.
Okay, but there was a show on back in the day called Name That Tune. It was a game show, and they would play like, 2 notes of a song, and someone would be like, oh, I know that song, let's go. And then, you know what I'm saying? So they would go by notes. So the same type of thing here. I'm gonna give an example to start. This isn't one of them, but here's an example. Name that player. Here we go. Switched from Nike to Uniqlo and has 20 majors.
Roger Federer.
Okay, stuff like that.
Okay, so you guys understand? Are we giving a prize away today, or what are we doing?
Okay, we'll do another prize. Now, the last prize that we gave away is somehow going to cost me like $50 because Gene
No,
Swart...
his mom said she doesn't want to talk to you because she doesn't know us.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a strict mom.
Man, mom might be
He's
a
getting
witch.
his money back. He's getting his money back, and I'm sending him a shirt. I told him I would. We're just going to do some designs.
Damn, Gene Swart, mom might really be tripping out there. Damn, you might be right, bro.
Your girlfriend is in for a treat.
Girlfriend? That's his mother-in-law.
No, when he has his girlfriend. Because if his mom is strict with him, that means mama is going to be strict. She's going to be very picky with the girl. What
kind of person I will pick up the phone or email you and send you like $40 to correct your son's mistake, but you don't want to talk to us because we're strangers?
Some people are old-fashioned.
Right. She needs a broomstick and go fly out there with that big pointy black hat on and with a big crooked dimpled up nose, because she might be a witch. I might be with you, Gene Swart. I never met anyone that's going to pass out free money. Damn, she must be clicking.
Okay, let's get to the game.
Jeez, Gene Swart, you got to do something about that, dog. Crazy. All right, name that player.
There we go.
Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
You got some players in there?
Yeah.
Still can't get it. I should say this. Name that mother-in-law. Crooked nose, flies on a broom, doesn't let his son get out of the house when he makes an innocent mistake, and will not accept money to have it corrected from 2 nice people that really actually have 5 children that wish Gene Swart was one of their own. Whatever.
Yeah, Gene could be my son.
I'll take Gene. You want to come on? Let's go. I'll take 6 kids. Why not? Let's go. Shoot, might as well. Got 5. Make it 6.
How many questions? He says. Just follow it. Just follow it, Jordan.
All right. Look, I have 10.
10, and he's gonna keep track of score.
Yeah. Well, just whoever you can keep track of it. Whoever.
Okay.
There's no score. It's not
we
like
gotta
Jeopardy.
pick a winner though.
Well, whoever gets the most then.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you know it, Carla, don't say it. Just say I got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's
all right.
10 questions.
10 and then 3 bonus.
Oh boy.
So a total of 13. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Question number 1. Name this player.
Mm-hmm.
This player has a silky smooth look and walk, a perfect beard, and has threatened all of London during a match at Wimbledon.
Who could it be?
He's known to want to drop bombs. He's silky smooth, and has threatened all of London during.
Fognini. Gene Schwartz got it.
Gene Schwartz in effect. What's up?
I put everybody who answers. Okay, so there we go. Gene.
Yeah, if
Gene's got it.
If you win this, stay away from Madre.
Pear, no. Fognini, this guy, yes, but Gene got it.
Gene Swartz on the tile. Let's go. Name this player, number 2. Here we go. This one is a WTA player. That is, women's tennis. She has an incredibly loud screech. Oh my God, her screech is awful. She's been known to tamper around with meldonium and shoulder surgery and doesn't really like Serena Williams too much.
Nope, you're wrong, Gene.
Dang. How can no one get
Someone
that?
says Sabalenka. Sharapova. Alex got it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's go. Question number 3. Name this player. Has a one-handed backhand. Kept having to play Stanislaus Wawrinka all the time early on.
That's easy.
I think this person dated Sharapova and Serena, and never could escape the nickname Baby Federer.
Easy. Who's gonna answer it first?
The block is hot.
Not Federer. No, it's not Federer. Wayne Chia's got it. Dimitrov.
Let's go.
All right.
What's up in Singapore? It must be like 3 a.m. there.
So we got Gene that answered the first one. Alex answered the second one. And then Wayne Chia answered the third one.
All right. Number 4. Name this player. This is a WTA player, another female player. Small in size, but used to be bigger in size elsewhere, but that was reduced.
Oh, gosh.
Switched from Adidas to Nike, and she grunts with the best of them.
That's pretty easy.
Oh.
Halep, you got it, Alex.
Let's go. Becoming a game show regular.
It's 2:23, he says, in Singapore.
Let's go. Sun's going to come up. Question number 5.
It's insane.
Are we ready for question number 5?
Let's go.
Question number 5. Let's get down. Question number 5. Which professional tennis player talks like this? Well, I want to thank all the fans. My forehand broke down early, and then I was able to make it better. I just want to make sure that all of you kind of know that I really appreciate you coming out. If it wasn't for you and you did the best to help me through, then I want to say hello to my girlfriend Donna, because if it wasn't for you, Donna,
you got it, Alex.
let's go.
He answered first. Gene had it right. Tomas and Nadal, and this guy said Stan, but Alex got it. He's up 3 questions, guys.
Boom.
Who's gonna stop him? This guy's won many prizes already.
She's a beast. Question number 6. Question number 6. Name this player. Which player has a really bad case of stinky finger, cannot seem to keep his hands out of his ass crack,
Oh, God.
and very well may have contaminated every towel and every tennis ball he has ever touched? Stinky finger.
That one's really hard. Nadal, Alex got it. This guy's killing it.
Get down.
He's up 4 questions. Who's gonna stop him?
Homeboy got a cheat sheet. Remember, there's bonuses, though. There's bonuses. All right, here we go. Question number 7. Name this player. This player is an identical twin of the character Master Splinter in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He always jumps with his one-handed backhand, and recently went to the bandana from a ball cap, and now has blonde highlights in his hair.
TM! Alex got it again.
This guy's good stuff.
Everyone said this guy has the fastest internet connection.
Yeah.
He's in Texas. Maybe they're not being affected as much. I don't know.
Shoot, they do big things in Texas. Big things in Texas. Steers, bulls, cowboys, spurs.
And they're girls.
Big thing. What's that old song? All my exes live in Texas. All right, what's that, Hank Williams Sr. or something? Let's go. All right. What question am I on?
You're on question 8.
Number 8, Ocho. Let's go, Ocho.
So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody's got to stop him. Gene, wait a minute.
You remember the movie back in the 70s? That was an old Disney movie, and there was a little Volkswagen Beetle that drove around, and he was number 8, and a little kid that rode around in it called him Ocho. You remember that?
No.
You're
You're too old.
Now I'm old again. Question number 8. Let's go. Name this player. This player has a large, burly beard. A large, burly beard with short, perfect hair and a super fly collar and looks to be a ladies' man. He strives to look perfect, but looks idiotic when he breaks rackets. You know who it is?
I know who it is. Yeah, I like him. Gene got pair, yes.
Oh, Gene's in effect. Let's go. Get that burly.
Who said Joker? When has Joker had beard?
Yeah, I've never seen no beard.
Beard.
All right, you ready?
Of course I know them. George said, know them all.
All right, here we go. Question number 9. Name this player. Here we go. This player has had a tough time getting going lately. Is not scared to jam tennis balls down umpires' throats.
Oh yeah, that's easy.
And may very well cause huge displays of drama while on court, and comes across as the only mom on the planet in which we live.
The only mom.
She's the only mom. The only mom ever in humankind history, and is not scared to jam balls down referees' throats. Never scared of making
Serena, Gene got it.
Let's go. Get down. Take this ball and shove it in your mom's throat.
Kyrgios. Someone said Kyrgios. We said girl, Tomas, girl.
Gene Swart, get the tennis ball, jam it down the Steph's mom's throat. Let's go. Question number 10. Here we go. Name this player. This player has a very interesting relationship with her coach. Screeches arguably louder than anyone.
Easy, he loves her.
Screeches louder than
No, not Serena.
anyone arguably on tour. She looks like a ninja warrior sometimes.
Arina.
Who got it?
Alex.
All right, so can I finish off the statements before they got it?
Yeah.
Has a very interesting relationship with her coach. Screeches arguably louder than anyone else on the ATP tour, including the WTA and ATP.
They already got it.
I know, but I'm going to finish because I have fun with this one. Looks nearly like a ninja warrior with her headband and hits so hard sometimes can't keep the ball on the court. Don't be shocked if she calls her coach out on the sidelines and neither one of them speak or look at one another. Yeah. You play good. You say positive. Yet they don't even speak.
Someone said Alex is the GOAT. He's the GOAT of games.
Shoot.
All right, so.
Oh, no, I got bonus.
Bonus. Okay, well, we got Alex has answered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 10.
How many does Gene have?
6 out of 10. Gene has 1, 2, 3. 3 out of 10.
Well, anyway, we're doing bonus. Here we go.
Prize for last place.
All right, here we go.
Big high five.
All right, here's a bonus question.
And one Waynham.
These are much more difficult. The things you don't realize is these are worth 2 points each.
Okay, so these are the bonus. Okay.
There were 2 each.
How many do we have?
3.
Okay.
So there's 6 points available here.
All
6
right.
points.
Well, that would tie.
That's all right.
Unless Waynham or Gene answer before him.
All right, we ready for this?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Bonus question, number 1 worth 2 points. This player always goes to 5 sets in majors.
Oh, that's easy.
This player is then too tired to make deep runs into majors. Stays injured a lot because of it. Has been in the top 10 for a while and changed at one point from a ball cap to a bandana. And also as well loves the fly collar.
Nishikori, Djokovic, K, no.
Well, no, yeah, it's Djokovic. It's Nishikori.
It's Nishikori?
It's Nishikori. Who got that?
I thought it was
Gene
Swart.
No, Gene Swart got it.
Okay, yep, Gene's got it.
You were way off on that one.
Oh, I thought it was Isner.
Okay, you lost that one miserably. Yes, it's Nishikori. Yes, it's
Gene
Nishikori.
got it. Gene got it. Next question.
So that gives Gene two more points there.
Yeah, which brings him up to 5.
All right. Bonus question number 2.
Hopeless at this.
Okay. Bonus question number 2.
See, David, you thought it was Isner too. I did too.
Bonus question number 2. This one is worth 3 points. Ready? It's like Final Jeopardy up in this piece. 3 points. Let's go. 30. No, that's tres. Bonus question.
Is worth 3 points?
3 points.
Okay.
3 points. You ready? This player. Name this player. This is a veteran player. It's a veteran. This veteran player still plays, but not necessarily at the top of the game anymore. Likes tattoos and loved to wear clear glasses throughout his career. And it's safe to say he is a hardcore Novak Djokovic supporter.
Oh, okay. This is one of my crushes too.
Yeah. Loves tattoos, veteran player, clear glasses, big fan and supporter of, obviously, Novak Djokovic. Veteran player. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Seems like you guys tip Sarovich.
Who got
Gene
it?
got it.
Boom! All right, well, so we're in a battle here.
Now
Gene.
he's got 8 points. He's ahead.
All right, now this last question is worth 4. 4 points.
Uh-oh, Alex.
4 points. Okay? 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one Gene might be a little disadvantaged of, but nonetheless, here we go. Okay? 4 points. Let's roll. Here we go. Name this player. This player made one of his last hurrahs with a bright yellow tennis racket, played with that bright yellow tennis racket in an amazing match at the U.S. Open.
Oh, easy.
And was a huge, huge proponent of using the crowd to energize him to push him deeper into matches.
Easy.
Easy question. And it's worth 4 points. Someone's got to get that, bro.
This would be the end. We gotta eat.
Yeah, someone's got to get that.
Connors!
Who got it?
David!
David?
Yeah.
So he scored.
Yeah, someone said Medvedev, and someone said Connors.
Medvedev plays with a Technofiber white racket, so the yellow racket wouldn't work. So Connors. So who did Gene take that then?
Yep, Gene got it. Gene won.
All right, Gene. So do us a favor here. Make sure that you tell mother-in-law that to get in touch with us. She doesn't know us. Whatever. If she wants her money back, tell us to holla. But you won again. So let us know, and we'll handle that at once.
Do not order anything. Please don't order anything.
Don't order anything.
I will send you the
We'll send
information.
it to you. Now the international shipping's a beast, but that's
Well, no, that the company usually has some great rates. It's not coming. We just create the shirts. They design. I mean, they do it.
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
design it.
yeah.
They're the ones. That
yeah, we design it. We tell the company where to send it. So
Yeah.
no worries. Anyway, just don't click or buy anything because that's just your stepmom's gonna freak out. She needs to take a chill pill, like chill, slow your roll. Anyway, that's it, everyone. I have a lot more to talk about. Does anyone have any last questions for us before we go?
Well, we better go because our kids are gonna kill us. And look at the time.
All right. Anyway, that's it. I literally had pages.
Well, we'll get to the next one. Well, I'm sure a lot of us are on lockdown.
Let's go.
Oh, you know how to turn it off.
Stay safe, everyone. We're going through this together. Real quickly, aside from all the stuff, the entertainment and so forth. On a positive note, Carl and I do this show for peace of mind, for serenity. For a year and a half now, I think we have gained a lot of people that we talk to, not just here, but elsewhere. I think Wayne M. Chia out there, BDog02, Michael Walker, Gene Swart, the list goes on, Ethan DA. I don't do all the stuff because I never keep my phone on me. It's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But Carlos spends the large part of every day interacting personally. Facebook Messenger, text message with a lot of you. You guys make our day every day. So being stuck here has been much better to do it with all of you. So thanks so much to every last one of you. Be safe. Do what you got to do. Stay strong. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. But thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Because when I wake up in the morning knowing that we're kind of limited on where we can go to the tennis court.
He says, give him one more let's go before you leave.
We can go to the tennis court and we can teach our lessons. We have to be careful about spacing. People drive by and check it. It's
a touchy thing.
It's a very interesting
People are
dilemma.
taking pictures of everyone doing something wrong. It's terrible.
So we have again 5 children. There's Carla and I. So when we go to the court as a family now, we have had people stop and get out and take pictures of us. Who knows where they were going? I don't like that too much. Carla has to say, Justin, chill, because I will flip out on somebody like fast and not even care. And then I regret it later. But because of what I talked about yesterday, a part of my life I was spent kind of locked up in a way. And again, I learned a lot from that. But for a long time, if I didn't stand my ground right off, then it was me that was going to get taken advantage of, and not in a very good way. So moving on in life, it's always been me to be really quick on the judging a book by its cover. So yeah, the past couple days we've had people stop and take pictures, and we're like, excuse me, these are my children here, every one of them. You know, they see dark kids in me and they're like, they can't be your children. And I'm like, yeah, they're my kids. All of them are my kids. So get freaking lost. And I don't need to do that. So that's why I don't go. Mm-hmm. We had a lesson tomorrow and I didn't go for a couple of different reasons, because I don't want to say something. that maybe I don't mean. So I kind of stay away. But nonetheless, thanks so much to all of you, because you guys have helped me be a better person, a better father, a better husband, and a more positive person, literally for the past year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wake up in a sense, and I have a sense of not only going out and do my job, which is coach and string rackets, but to come home and to prepare something to hopefully shed light in someone else's day. And that makes me feel a lot better as a person.
We don't know when the next show is. I'm sure that you'll put it up. We don't know yet because
the
lessons are coming up.
Usually we have always announced it and so forth, but we have gotten a lot of feedback on these personal platforms. Again, if anyone out there wants to text Carla personally, I'm not a jealous dude. I could care less. You text her all day long, keeps her out of my hair. Jeez, this thing dealing with that all day.
You're not jealous?
Heck no. I'm gonna get too. You asked me that question. You asked me that. Me?
He's not a jealous guy, but I'm sure if Marian Fusovic came up to knock
you go ahead, bro. Go ahead. First of all, let me look.
I know you're not a jealous guy.
Look, anyone out there that is jealous of a girl, first and foremost.
I'll play.
If you're a young man out there, here, this is for Gene Swart again. Mm-hmm. Anyone that's young.
Sorry, guys, I don't mean to you.
If you ever get jealous of a girl, most of the time the girl will just dip out on you in the first place, because no girl wants to be in a relationship where she's not trusted. I've known Carla a long time. I've never once grabbed her phone. I've never once given a damn who she's talking to on the phone. My theory behind that is, man, if you want to run away with her and take 5 kids, freaking good luck with that shit. Good luck. You know what I mean? But no, I've never, I'm kidding, but never once have I ever worried about any female, but much less her. But she's a soldier, and that's that. But if you're in a relationship where you have to, worry about whoever it is you're with, and this is reciprocal, male, female, whatever, it's not a good place to be in. It's just not. Who in the hell wants to live in some type of environment where you're worried about whatever? Carla's phone number, if it's texting rates apply, is area code 251 US, so 1-251-404-0011. We know B-Dog, we know Ethan DA, we know Michael Walker, we know all these. You talk to them every day on text, and not here.
Sure.
So understand that. It's perfectly warranted. If you want to text me, mine's 1-251, that's the Alabama area code, or Southern Alabama, 1-251-753-0950. The only thing with me is half the time I don't have my phone on me. But it doesn't matter. Talk to Carla all day. She enjoys it. And I enjoy it for her because she enjoys it. So what makes Carla happy? Totally cool with me. I could care less. I mean, again, if you can come up with some romantic way to sweep her off her feet, good luck with that, because you got 5 kids coming deep up in that crib. That's gonna hurt. That food bill's like, what? Food bill's deep. Start going like $400 worth of groceries a week. Like, what?
That's not true.
Shoot, now it's like beans and rice spread out for 3 days.
That's not true. We don't even come close to spending that.
Gets close, though.
100 something a week.
Gets close, though.
We're very good with our budget.
Yeah, and my oldest boy likes to get upset. He gets a bad attitude. My 15-year-old kid, he passes gas and it'll blow out the whole house. He'll pass gas and the whole house has to run outside, like fire drill.
All right, babe, come on. I'm hungry and I got to cook for my kids.
Anyway, feel free to let us know.
All right, guys, take care.
Adios, let's go. And look, we would announce the next show, and more than likely it'll be tomorrow at XYZ time, but because of everything going on, we just don't know. Now, we can record a show. We can hit the record button and announce an exact time and just download it, but I think you have had a lot of people communicate with you saying they prefer the live.
Yeah.
So anyway, communicate with her, please do, or text me or whatever. But again, she'll get right back to you. And generally, I might not find my phone for like 4 hours or something. Anyway, that's it. I'll cut the phone off. Let's go. Oh, someone want to let's go.
Yeah, Jordan.
Let's go. Come on. It's kind of like when I play her on the court. I'm like, get a song. Let's go. Come on. Let's get down. Woo. Let's go. Come on. Peace out.